of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, mayor, to our deputy clerk, chief of staff, our city attorney, to the administrative staff that's here with us this evening, and also to those that are in the audience. And also want to acknowledge those who may be viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast and YouTube live channels. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Monday, October 13th, 2025. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card, which is located on the table in the back, and then you can hand it to the deputy clerk. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Kraut.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
And Councilman Roscoe.
Here.
Mr. Chair and Council, we have a quorum for tonight's meeting.
Thank you.
The regular meeting agenda reads as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairperson's report, 5 mayor's report, 6 clerk's report, 7 is the treasurer's report, 8 public comment, 9 unfinished business, 10 new business, 11 warrant, 12 communication, and number 13 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
The motion by Mr. Kraus, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 2 are the minutes. Agenda item 2A. For approval are the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, September 22nd, 2025 at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move and that we approve the minutes from the regular council meeting that was held on September 22nd at 7:30.
So moved.
The motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Jones, for approval of the minutes from our regular meeting held on September 22nd at 7:30. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Agenda item 2B. For approval are the minutes from the special meeting public hearings held on Monday, September 22nd, 2025 at 6 o'clock to discuss an alley vacation in the Buckingham Manor subdivision, and at 6:45 to discuss the TIFA plan amendment adoption completed by OHM Advisors, formerly CIB Planning.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the minutes from the special meeting, the first one held at 6 p.m. and the second one held at 6:45 p.m. on September 22nd.
Support.
The motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. This is for approval of the minutes from our special meeting, public hearing held on Monday, the 22nd at 6 p.m. We discussed the alley vacation in the Buckingham Manor subdivision. And at 6:45, we discussed the TIFA plan amendment adoption completed by OHM Advisors, formerly CIB Planning. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. There are no petitioners on the agenda this evening. Takes us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. There was no special meetings tonight, and the chair is going to recognize Councilwoman Roscoe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to ask for a memorial resolution for Mrs. Nezzie Daniels. She passed away this past September 29th, and just would like to remember her family and all her friends at this time.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for a memorial resolution for Mrs. Daniels. I would like to say I know Ms. Daniels and the family. Her daughter went to Michigan State with my daughter, and they were very close friends. And my daughter attended the funeral, and it was real hard on her daughter to lose a mother. Anyone lose a mother, they know it's hard. So I just want y'all to keep her prayers in the family.
Amen.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Talley.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. Also, the chair going to recognize Councilwoman Talley.
Thank you, Mr. Burton. I got a couple of resolutions I would like to put out. First one is for Miss Dominique Carroll, who passed away. We want to do a memorial resolution for her. And it looks like I do have some visitation services. She was a Romulus resident. Can I get a second on that? Can I get some support?
Support.
Thank you. On Thursday, October 16th, there will be visitation from 4 to 7 at the Chapel of the Chimes Funeral Home in Westland. And then on Friday, October 17th, Family Hour from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Pentecostal Temple Kojic Church at 30043 Parkwood Street in Inkster, Michigan, 48141. And then Celebration of Life on Friday, October 17th, the same day at 11 a.m. at the same place, Pentecostal Temple, 30043 Parkwood Street, Inkster, Michigan. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe for memorial resolution. Ms. Talley.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. And then my next resolution, it gives me such honor to make this resolution. It's for the Romulus class of 1985 for their 40th class reunion this past weekend. And I just want to outline some details of this weekend. It was magnificent. When I tell you this class of 1985 show up and show out, that's what I mean. And plus, I'm part of that class, so. But anyway, we had a weekend full of activities starting on Friday, October 10th. We did a bus tour of the city of Romulus, which was amazing. So we had so many people come in for this reunion, people that are here, people that are out of state. We had a full bus that circled the city of Romulus, starting at 4:30. We went and did a bus tour of the city of Romulus, and they were just really impressed with a lot of things that's going on in their city and things that have changed since they been out of school for these last 40 years. And then we ended at the homecoming game. So we attended the homecoming game after that bus tour to watch our Eagles, and it was just amazing. We had our king, who was the king of our court, for our homecoming game back in 1985, who crowned the king of the court of this 2025 homecoming. So that was just a great event there. The school set up a tent for us for snacks and just to congregate. And it wasn't just the class of 85. Other classes also came out and supported and came out and showed up that night as well. Mayor McCray was there. Thank you for showing up, Mayor. It was just a great event, and that was Friday night. And then Saturday was the actual banquet day. And just keep in mind, these were all venues we used that are in Romulus. Romulus owned, Romulus supported. And then, on Friday night, we went to Eagle Alley. After the game, we went to Eagle Alley. We took a picture in front of the Big R. We had a drone out there that was circling while we was out there taking pictures at Eagle Alley. And then we went to the Artisan Reserve after that. And then there was some other people who went to Walters after that. I pooped out after the Artisan, so they went to Walters after that. So they were just supporting our local businesses all weekend long. Saturday, we went to the Marriott for our actual banquet, just a tremendous event. We was there, and then Sunday, we had brunch at Big Boys that Sunday morning, supporting local businesses, supporting local talent. So I just want to shout out to the Romulus class of 1985. I'm telling you, they showed up, they showed out, they did this thing, and it's an honor to be a part of this class. And just some people who were a part of that committee, I don't know their married names, I'm just going by the name I knew them when we was in high school. Rhonda Pennington, we had Colleen Dumas, we had Donna McKay, we had Sherry, I can't remember Sherry's last name even then, but so many people came out and supported. That committee worked out. We have such a great leadership team that keeps our class reunions going on. So this was one of the top ones I had attended, and it was just fabulous. So I did put out a charge to the class of 1985, because they do things well. I'm not saying they don't do lip service. They put stuff into action. And so I did put a charge out to the class of 1985 that we need to come together as a class, because I've seen their past history on how they do things, which they do very well, to come back and pour back into our city in Romulus. We're going to be meeting as a team to see what that looks like, with the city of Romulus pouring back in, and even in our school district pouring back. So, more to be seen. Stay tuned for what that result will be like with the class of 1985 pouring back into our community, our school, and our city. I just thank God that they picked up the charge with no hesitation. They were on board to say, what do we need to do? So more to come from the class of 1985. Great weekend. I just thank everybody who did all the work to pull that together, because it was magnificent, and I need a support on that motion.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Talley, supported by Mr. Kraut for a resolution. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Talley. That concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll ask for a motion for your report.
I second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Clerk, Deputy Clerk, audience here today, and also those tuning in at home. Before I get into my action items, I'd like to draw your attention to the screen where we have a video announcement from the Mayor's Office and Ms. Vanessa Tolliver.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Tolliver, and here are some events happening in Romulus. The City of Romulus Priority Health and the National Fitness Campaign invite you to join us as we cut the ribbon for our new fitness court studio on Friday, October 17th at Opportunity Park, beginning at 10 a.m. The Romulus VFW will host Family Feud Game Night on Friday, October 17th. Doors open at 6 p.m. You must be 18 years or older to participate, and on October 24th, the VFW will have their famous tacos and margarita night at 5 to 7 p.m. Come out and have breakfast on Mayor McCray. The next One Romulus community meeting will take place Saturday, October 18th at the Romulus VFW's Post 78. The mayor will be preparing pancakes beginning at 9 a.m. and Mayor McCray will then step away from the griddle at 10 to provide an update on the latest city news and announcements, followed by a time reserved for questions and idea sharing for those in attendance. There are a number of trunk or treats taking place around Romulus. We've compiled them onto this handy map that highlights the date, location, and time of the event. These are the events that we have been made aware of to date. This is not a complete list of all events taking place. Have fun, stay safe. We want to see the residents and businesses in Romulus with the best outdoor Halloween decorations. Please direct messages, photos, or short videos to our Facebook page or email them to cbradley@romulusgov.com by October 27th at 2 p.m. Please include your full name, phone number, and address with your photo. Public voting on the event Facebook page will begin shortly after submission deadline. The voting will end on October 31st at 10 a.m. The winner will be announced on our social media page and contacted separately. Romulus Parks and Recreation want to hear your voice about the future of our community parks. Join us for a Recreation Master Plan public workshop on Monday, October 20th in the City Hall Council Chambers at 5:30 p.m. Thanks, everyone. Remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website for more information. You have yourself a wonderful fall evening.
Thank you, Vanessa. Great job as always. I want to acknowledge some people too with the fitness court. If you haven't checked out that fitness court over at the Rack in Opportunity Park, it's a great addition. Come to the ribbon cutting this week. But the best thing about that was how the team just knocked this one out. When we got a call about this and it was a chance to go after it, the ComDev team, the recreation team, DPW, TIF, everybody stepped on board to make this thing happen. So from the first phone call we got to completion was 90 days. And it's another marquee over there for some outdoor fitness, some other units over there. So go check that out. It's another addition to Opportunity Park, and I'm happy to see that one get used. First action item I have up is more good news. AFG grant award for cardiac monitors. Let's see, I want to request City Council adopt the attached resolution accepting the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters grant to acquire the updated cardiac monitors and mechanical CPR devices for frontline apparatus in the amount of $598,534.66.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move, that we approve it's the AFG grant, the cardiac monitors and mechanical CPR devices, and wow, it's in the amount of $598,543.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Jones, for AFG grant, cardiac monitors, and mechanical CPR devices, and that's for $598,534.66. Any discussion?
John,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
just a quick comment. I've seen these cardiac monitors work, and I've used them myself in my days at the airport, and they definitely are, it's a life-saving device.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is for an appointment to the Housing Commission. I respectfully request City Council concur with my recommendation and appoint Emery Long to the Romulus Housing Commission.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and appoint Emery Long to the Romulus Housing Commission with a term to expire February 26, 2030.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Kraut, to concur with the administration and appoint Emery Long to the Romulus Housing Commission with a term to expire on February 26, 2030. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is for reappointments to the Brownfield Development Authority. I respectfully request approval to reappoint Michael Hoffman, Emery Long, Randy Moffitt, and Dean Trudeau to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to reappoint Michael Hoffman, Emery Long, Randy Moffett, Dean Trudeau to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority with the terms to expire on July 13th, 2028.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Kraut. This is for the Brownfield redevelopment reappointments. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. And always, I want to make sure we acknowledge all of those residents who step up to serve on those boards and commissions. It's always good to get new people in there, but we got a lot of people that have been there a long time, and our boards and commissions wouldn't be able to get anything done without the volunteers we have. So thank you to them for stepping up. The next item I have up is a piggyback for the ultimate training munitions and training equipment. Respectfully request City Council's authorization to piggyback on the GSA contract for the purchase of training equipment from Ultimate Training Munitions for a total of $12,248.89 using an MCOLS grants.
Need a motion?
President Chair, I'd like to offer that motion to concur with the administration and consent to piggyback on the GSA contract 47QSWA19D00AS for the purchase of training equipment for the ultimate training munition for a total of $12,248.89 using the McCall grant.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Jones, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to piggyback on the GSA contract, ultimate training munition for training equipment with a cost of $12,248.89. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Ms.
Captain,
Talley.
I saw this other captain. Quick question, so this is training you guys are doing already within the department, correct? Or is it
So
something new?
This is new equipment. So that we always do the de-escalation quarterly training and high-risk traffic stops quarterly training, but this will allow us to take it to the next step and do more realistic training with our guys and gals.
Got you, and new one for officers, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Crowd?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is for capital improvement refunding of bonds. Respectfully request that council adopt an attached resolution authorizing the issuance of the 2025B and 2025C refunding bonds, and that should yield savings in the neighborhood of about $400,000 for our community.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to adopt the attached resolution authorizing the issuance of the 2025B and 2025C refunding bonds.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth. This is for the city of Romulus, 2025B and Series 2025C capital improvement refunding bonds. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Talley.
I'm sorry, who's answering the questions for the bond? Okay. Just a couple of quick questions. So it looks like we are being authorized in the amount not to exceed $10,500. When I do the quick math, it looks like we're at like 900-something thousand. So I just want to know what that difference is.
Yeah, thank you. Pat McGowan from Miller Canfield. I'm here as your bond attorney. So the resolution authorizes the issuance of up to $10,500,000 for the refunding bonds. What's in there is the amount that's outstanding, so this also will pay for the issuance costs related to the bonds. So the bond issue essentially gets enough money to pay off the old bonds, pay the issuance costs of this transaction, and then the savings that are accumulated are basically after those costs of issuance and the cost to pay off the bonds.
So that's that $675,000, I think, is some
Yeah,
dollars.
it won't be that much, but that's a number that's bigger than what we think it will be.
Okay,
And if there's
gotcha.
any kind of discount or anything else. So that's why we asked for a little bit more than just the amount outstanding, is to cover issuance costs and any other costs related to the refund.
And so just so I'm understanding the language, because the 2025B bond will cover the 2017 and the 2014, right, bonds? Is that correct?
Not exactly. So,
Okay.
and I just want to jump back a second. You may remember that we were here in August.
Right.
And we had a very similar resolution to refinance the bonds that were done for the courthouse project. So this is very similar. The
Okay.
difference here, and at that time, we actually included those, but we couldn't do it with that resolution or with that financing at the time because the savings weren't there. Interest rates have continued to go down since then. So this is set up so that the resolution authorizes refunding of either or both of those series. If we do the refinancing of the bonds that were issued for the roads, for the Amazon project, that would be the 2025B. And then if we do the refunding of the 2014 bonds, which financed water and sewer improvements, that would be the 2025C. So they will have a different series designation, but we can do them together as long as we achieve at least 2% savings on the debt service.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, and as stated before, the city should recognize savings with refunding those in the amount of around $400,000 too. So I want to thank Pat and our finance team for bringing those to us and showing us where we can always sharpen that pencil and save some money for the city. So thank you.
Good job.
What's one? The next one I have a few budget amendments in a row here, and I also have Maria Ferris and Gary Harris here to answer questions if you have as we go through these. So the first one is the introduction for a budget amendment for the Ecorse Creek project. I respectfully request introduction of budget amendment 25-26-2 to cover the costs associated with the repair of Ecorse Creek drains and recognize state grant revenue. Roberto Scapitici can also speak a little bit on that one as well. Or, I mean, Gary, not Roberto, I'm sorry. There he is. Mr. Laskaska, he's over at Recreation. Sorry, I knew he was here somewhere.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and introduce Budget Amendment 25/26-2 to cover costs associated with the repair of the Ecorse Creek drains and recognize state grant revenue.
Need a second.
Support.
The motion.
Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for introduction of budget amendment 25/26-2. Any discussion?
Yes, Brother Chair.
Yes, Mr. Jones.
Question on this here. You said the repairs of the drain, Ecorse Creek. Is that going to be the cleaning of Ecorse Creek all the way through the city?
None. This is more associated with one of our parks. That's why Mike's going to speak on that.
Good evening, Council. So this is actually kind of an exciting opportunity for us to potentially capture some grant dollars to repair the Ecorse Creek, specifically in the St. John's Lodge Park area. It is to, if awarded, would clear out the Ecorse Creek drain through the park, open up the park, and potentially capture some money for us to do some improvements of our own into the park. It would solve, the hope is to solve a couple of issues with flooding downriver, but also here locally in Romulus with some of the flooding that we have along Merriman Road, or Ecorse Road in the Merriman Road Ball Road area. And we're in partnership with the Downriver Community Conference on this one. They're actually writing the grant for us and helping us apply on our behalf.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Just to elaborate a little bit more on what Mike was saying too, is because we are the headwaters for North Branch, Ecorse Creek, and the Dearborn Heights area, it takes a lot of that water from that watershed. That makes us eligible to grants, because if we take care of some of the things here, it will alleviate some of the flooding in the region, not just our community. So I'm excited to see what that'll help us do in that park. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item I have up is another budget amendment. I'm requesting introduction of budget amendment 25/26-3 to cover the costs associated with the annual DUA bond payments and interest expense.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with administration and introduce Budget Amendment 25/26-3 to cover costs associated with the annual DUA bond payments and interest expense.
I second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for introduction of budget amendment 25/26-3. Any discussion?
Yes, through the chair.
Ms. Abdo?
Can someone come up and explain this so the people that are listening know what we're talking about? Thanks. I know you've helped me today. but
Yes, yes, good evening, council. So this budget amendment is to recognize the interest and the principal payment for the downriver lost, it's for DUA, that is And this is an annual bond payment that is the portion that the city is responsible for. So there's 13 communities that are responsible for this amount of debt. This is our portion. This is not, this is the annual payment for the principal and the interest. And like I said, it covers a portion, and this is in our budget every year. And we're just recognizing, now at the time when our budget is adopted, and I sit on the DUA Finance Committee, they're still going over the rates and letting us know our portion of the debt. There's a lot of things that go into that. So, yeah, it's our annual payment that is due just for the principal and interest.
Thank you.
And then, through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley?
Maria, if you can just kind of give an overview of what budget amendments means too, so that people can understand that, because, we do a pass the budget every year, and when we come back and bring in the menu, just what that,
Okay.
what that means.
So basically, we send our preliminary budget by 3/31, and then we have on 4/1, council reviews the preliminary budget. At that time, we hope, we have like the whole financial picture for the city, and at the time, we have pretty much 90% of it. However, there are times where there are some expenses or grant opportunities that come up after the budget is adopted that we have to do a budget amendment. So we don't change any portion of the budget unless we come in front of council. If it's $1 or $20, we come in front of council, and that's what the whole process is for the budget amendment.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Thank you. If there's no other discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you. The next budget amendment I have up is to cover associated costs for annual claims expense. I'm requesting the introduction of Budget Amendment 25-26-4.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the introduction of Budget Amendment 25-26-4 as for the annual claims expenses.
I second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for introduction of Budget Amendment 25/26-4. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next budget amendment I have up is 25-26-6 to cover the increased cost for single hauler collection and disposal program. And to go back to Councilman Talley's question earlier, this is another example of why a budget amendment would be required, is because they have to forecast out a number to have our budget submitted in time. And in this case, the cost came out a little bit higher than we're anticipated, so we're forced to do a budget amendment to make that correction. But staff did not have the most up-to-date data at that time because it wasn't supplied from the contractor.
Okay. Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with administration and introduce Budget Amendment 25/26-6 to cover increase in cost for single hauler collection and disposable program.
I second that motion.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for introduction of Budget Amendment 25/26-6. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Jones?
So this is basically the amendment for the collection of the trash disposal.
The grass and recyclables, yeah.
Okay, it's
Yes.
recyclables, more or less.
I believe it's just, Roberto, is this just for the grass and the lawn refuse?
That's what it says.
Yards.
Good evening, council. It's for all three waste streams, yard waste, rubbish, and recycling.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we set that original budget, the budget that council approved, we didn't have the bids open yet for the contractor. That came afterwards.
So we had to increase our
Yeah,
budget for that.
yeah, what we projected out wasn't enough.
Okay. Okay, I'm
Thank you, Roberto.
satisfied.
Thank you, Roberta. Is there any other discussion? If there's no other discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
The next item we have up is Budget Amendment 25-26-7 to cover Clements maintenance and membership costs for computer-aided dispatching, and this is for work at our Romulus Police Station.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the introduction of Budget Amendment 25/26-7, and it's for the membership cost of their computers
Support.
and maintenance.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Jones, for introduction of Budget Amendment 25/26-7. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That concludes my action items for tonight. I also had one other piece of good information to receive. I want to announce that the city was successful in receiving a grant in the amount of $1 million, so next year we'll be installing a sidewalk down Beverly Road to get those kids to the park and to school safely. So details will follow on that, and more specs, Roberto will be bringing it for you, but we received a grant in the amount of $1 million from SEMCOG to get that taken care of. So that will conclude my report for tonight.
Thank you, Mayor, that's good news, thank you.
Number 6 is the clerk's report. And before I get into my action items, I have a quick announcement. The Cemetery Board of Trustees will have a special meeting this Wednesday, October 15th at 4:30, and this is to discuss scheduling a fall cleanup day. So this will be a good time for those that are watching that may have some personal items on their loved ones' graves to go ahead and collect them now before the cleanup starts. So the board just kind of wants to go up and just get some of the dead flowers and different things. They're going to pick that up, and then following, probably the first week in November, we'll have our contractors, which actually keeps up with the maintenance in the cemetery, and with the grass cutting, and then they'll do a big fall cleanup. So, in preparation, like Veterans Day is coming up. Also, we have Wreaths Across America and things. So, if you have some items out there that you want some keepsakes, please take this opportunity to go and collect those items. And also, the public is welcome to attend this board meeting on the 15th. And also, the election, November the 4th, those of you that have your absentee ballots sitting on your tables, we encourage you to please return those ballots. There's prepaid postage. We also have 3 drop boxes that are available. One is located at our senior center. We have one located right out front of City Hall. You don't even have to get out of your vehicle. Just drive by and drop that ballot in. And also, we have one right here in the lobby here at City Hall. So please, please, please return those ballots. And don't forget to sign your envelope. And as always, if you have questions, please reach out to our office and we'll try to answer those questions for you. And with that, I'll get into my action items. The first action item, 6A, and this is for second reading and final adoption, and council, we're asking that you adopt a resolution to approve the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 2526-5 in the amount of $250,000. This is to cover costs associated with the emergency repair of the east ramp at City Hall, and this budget amendment was introduced at the September 22nd, 2025 council meeting.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to approve the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 25/26-5 in the amount of $250,000 to cover the costs associated with emergency repair of the east ramp at City Hall.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 25/26-5. Any discussion? None. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. 6B, we're asking council to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the first reading and introduction of TA 2025-002, a proposed zoning ordinance text amendment to Article 11, Use Standards, Section 11.7, Vehicle Uses of the Romulus zoning ordinance. We have our Director of Building and Planning here, who, Jeff Kemp, and with just kind of a little explanation before you take action.
Thank you.
Good evening, council. I just wanted to come, as you're all aware, you know that City Council adopted a resolution for a moratorium on January 27th of 2025 for fueling stations for 1 year that directed our part of the planning department to not receive any submissions for proposed fueling stations. I want to thank council for that because we were getting inundated with requests for new fueling stations. We were also getting numerous requests for used car dealerships as well. So in that time frame since the moratorium, City Attorney Steve Hitchcock has worked with the city staff and consultants and analyzed and researched and prepared a zoning ordinance text amendment for all vehicle uses with a focus on gas stations and used car dealerships. This was discussed at multiple planning commission meetings, and at the September planning commission meeting, they unanimously approved to recommend to city council. These proposed changes are going to help reduce the future density of gas stations and used car dealerships within our city. I know Steve is here and myself, and we can answer any questions you might have about this ordinance.
Any questions from council? No questions?
Brother Chair.
Yes,
So
Mr. Jones.
Is this going to limit the amount of gas stations and stuff that we coming to the city?
Yes, basically, one of the major changes is there's a distance requirement between fueling stations of 2,500 feet, and then also only 2 per intersection. And then another change on the used car dealerships are they're going to go from a minimum of 1 acre to 2 acres, and they'll also be required to have a building with at least 2 stalls for repair for every acre that they have on their site. So it would limit the areas in the city that would allow for those uses to be had by having to meet this ordinance.
So that means, you said 2,500 feet between fueling stations?
Yes, sir.
Unless there's only 2 per intersection
Yes.
at max?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Thanks, John. Jeff, are these individuals that are trying to put used car lots, are they trying to put them in places that it's not zoned for, that would have to be changed, or?
We get a lot of all of it, yes. Some are trying to put them in places that it's not zoned for, some are trying to.
And they're hoping that you get it rezoned is what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah, a lot of them aren't going through the full rezoning process, but we are getting inundated with a lot of those requests to try to put used car
Interesting,
dealerships
okay.
all over the place.
Thank you.
Ms. Roscoe?
I didn't have a question. I'll make a motion when the question.
Any other discussion? No other discussion? Go ahead, Ms. Roscoe.
Through the chair, to concur, I'll make a motion to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the first reading and introduction of TA-2025-002, a proposed zoning ordinance text amendment to Article 11 using standard sections 11.07, vehicle uses of the Romulus zoning ordinance.
Bart?
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Kraut. First reading and introduction to TA 2025-2025 vehicle uses. Any other discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
All right, the next agenda item, 6C, and I'm going to ask if Mr. Kemp will just stay there at the podium. I'm going to read what the request is, and then he would like to, he's available to answer any questions that you may have. Therefore, 6C is requesting council approval for the first reading and introduction of amendments to Chapter 58, Traffic and Motor Vehicles, Article 4, Secondhand Automobile Business, Section 58-288, Definitions, and Section 58-289, Requirements for Buildings and Premises of the City of Romulus Code of Ordinances.
Yes, this is just to go to align with the zoning ordinance amendment that we made on the vehicle uses for the automobile, for the secondhand automobile section, just to make sure those requirements are in the code of ordinances that has to meet the zoning ordinance as well. It's just to align those two ordinances, they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? If not, need a motion.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
to approve the first reading and introduction of amendments to Chapter 58, Traffic and Motor Vehicles, Article 4, Secondhand Automobile Business, Section 58 through 288, Definition, and Section 58 through 289, Requirements for Buildings and Premises of the City of Romulus Code of Ordinances.
I second that motion.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Tally, for first reading and introduction of amendments, Chapter 58, Article 4 of the Romulus Code of Ordinance. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 6D. We're asking council to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the first reading and introduction of TA 2025-003, a proposed zoning ordinance text amendment to Article 17, Site Plan Review Requirements and Procedures, Section 17.3, subsection E, final approval of conditionally approved site plan, and subsection J, expiration of approved site plan of the Romulus zoning ordinance. And Mr. Kemp is still at the podium to answer any questions that you may have.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the first reading and introduction to TA 2025-003, the site plan review.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, for first reading and introduction to TA 2025-003, site plan review. Any discussion?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Can you break this down, please?
Yes, so we're basically asking to change from the site plan approval from 18 being good for 18 months to 12 months, and then they will get one extension. Just helps with efficiency and people coming in and getting the approval from Planning Commission, and then it's sitting for 18 months and not moving it into engineering or pulling any permits, and then getting requests, and we're holding on to these plans and nothing's happening for 3 and 4 years. This is just basically, it'll be a 12-month, after they get their approval, it's good for 12 months, and they're allowed to get one extension. Now, I know, we know things happen, and if something does go beyond that, you know what I mean, they could always resubmit that plan. It just helps for efficiency in the process and making it that, okay, when you get a site plan approval, it's good for a year, you can come get one extension, and in that time frame, you should at least be into engineering and being able to pull a building permit. Once you pull a permit, then the project can last however long it needs to last.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The last action item here, 6E, and we're asking Council to adopt a resolution to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the distribution of the preliminary draft of the City of Romulus Master Plan, future land use map amendments pursuant to MCL 125.3841 of the Michigan Planning Enabling Act, Public Act 33 of 2008. And Mr. Kemp would like to have comments before you take action.
Yes, this is my last one, I promise. So you guys you're all aware that we're in the process of updating the master plan, which is required every 5 years. As part of this process, we have sent out notices of intent to outside agencies and communities on July 22nd, 2025. August 18th, 2025, at Planning Commission, we had the master plan update kickoff meeting where we had discussion. On September 15th, on the Planning Commission meeting, Planning Commission approved to send the draft of the future land use map amendments to City Council for review and distribution to surrounding communities and outside agencies. I just want council to be fully aware that we're not requesting action to approve the amendments of this map right now, just for the approval of, to distribute it to the outside agencies and communities for the 42-day review period, which is required. And Mr. John Tino, which is our planning consultant from Carlisle Workman, is here to, I'm going to hand it over to him to give a brief presentation.
Good evening, council. Thank you for this opportunity. As Jeff indicated, what's being requested of council this evening is simply an approval to distribute the master plan to our neighbors and our utilities in the county. By law, when a master plan, when it's going through its update process of 5 years, one of those is to send it, once we have a draft, to send it to our neighbors. 42 days they have to respond to us. So Huron and Wayne, Van Buren, all of our neighbors, adjacent neighbors, will have the opportunity to respond back. They'll send that back to the planning department and the planning commission, where we may or may not incorporate those comments into the plan. It's not required, but from a regional planning standpoint, it's a good idea, so we know they may have something planned for industrial, where we, on the other side of the street in Romulus, we have a plan for residential, and it will help us rethink this. But following that 42-day review period, the Planning Commission will hold a public hearing for the draft with any changes that are made based on that 42-day period, and then they would submit that to City Council for a final approval of this master plan, with the hope to have this done in December. In your package, you have 3 different maps which are incorporating some of the ideas and some of the changes that Planning Commission worked hard on and staff worked hard on to get to a point of, some of it was just to clean up the existing plan, to say, hey, there's areas in our city that are shown as public and are schools. Now, you first thought maybe, hey, schools are public, but we wanted to have that clarification of schools as opposed to recreation and open space. And for many of the master plans that I work with in the downriver and the southeast Michigan area, typically schools are classified in the future land use map as single family, because for a number of reasons. One, within a single family zoning districts, schools are typically permitted. 2, it shows it's a cohesive type of use where we can see our residential uses, and there may or may not be a school in there. So that's one of the maps that's cleaned up some of those changes. If you could move to the second map, please. This is an overall map showing our land use, our public parcels. And speaking with staff and the Planning Commission, there's a lot of questions that come to the city in regards to, hey, I see on your master plan map that this area is public. Would you be willing to sell it, or what are you doing with that property? This map clarifies a variety of those things, and what you can see on the table, for the most part, most of our parks are going to be classified as a future land use category for parks, recreation, and open space. And I want to make sure, council members, and I know you know this, but this master plan is a guide. It's a kind of a broad brush stroke of what we want to see in the city. It's a guide that we can use when we're looking at rezonings and other plans. I want to commend the city on the variety of plans that you've already done that can be incorporated. There's a housing study, there's the East Coast Road study, there's the vision plan for Romulus. So all of those things brought to our attention some things that we want to incorporate into the plan. But this is the one map that shows all of our existing parks and public lands and how they would be classified. The next slide, please. Yes, this one is the one I spoke to earlier in regards to our schools, our public schools. and those land use categories are what they would be classified in this change. And it's pretty straightforward for most of our schools. Would be single family. There's a couple in there that would be mixed use because of the surrounding areas. And the final map would be some opportunity areas the Planning Commission is going to continue to talk about at the point of a public hearing. And the council, if they have an opportunity to look at these in the next month while we're gaining some information, that of course is always going to be appreciated as the ultimate approving body you will be. But you can see some of the things that we're looking at in the city for discussion points and potential changes. So again, this is a request to approve distribution. You will see this plan again, and I can ask you if you do have questions or comments, give Carol or Jeff a call. We've been in close contact on this. I think it's a real nice plan. There's not a lot of major changes based on the 5-year plan that you just did, but this will clean a lot of the things up.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have
Comment?
a question.
Yeah, Ms. Abdo?
So this plan does not show any expansion of the Tifa district, am I correct?
That is correct. That is not.
Thank
That's
you.
not
I didn't
shown on
see
it.
it, I just wanted to know.
No, we wouldn't. That would be part of the Tifa plan update.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Any other comments, discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Through the chair, just
Yes,
one
okay.
quick comment. I wanted to thank the Jeff and the the planning team, and also Carlisle Workman, the work. We continue to sharpen our pencil, get better at process, and continue to maximize our growth and development in the city. But we want to do it in a manner that's going to be beneficial to our residents and continue to protect those rural pockets. And I think that the work they've done here tonight that they bring before you talks about just that, and also, you know, continuing to move development and growth, but doing it in a manner that's going to protect our residents in those rural pockets of the city. So great work to you guys, and look forward to seeing this updated information. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make a motion if there's no more questions. I'll make a motion to concur with the recommendation of the Planning Commission and approve the distribution of the preliminary draft of the City of Romulus Master Plan, future land use map amendments pursuant to the MCL 125-3841 of the Michigan Planning Enabling Act, PA 33 of 2008.
Support.
A motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Jones. Request to approve distribution of the preliminary draft of the City of Romulus Master Plan Future Land Use Map Amendments. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Crop?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
Thank you, City Council. That's the last action item. However, I did provide for you an update on an investigative report on a request to vacate an alley in the Buckingham Manor subdivision. If you recall, at the last meeting on September 22nd, you postponed taking action pending investigation by the City Public Works Service Department. So that status right now is everything's pending, and so that's what you have there, just to let you know that it's still in the works. And with that, that concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
And there is no treasurer's report this evening, which takes us to number 8, public comment. And this is a portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience and who would like to address City Council. The rules to address the council can be found on the back of your meeting agenda. To address City Council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium, and we ask that you'd be so kind to state your name. Please note that members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. Further note that you will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. And Mr. Chair, we do have one written request.
Okay.
And we have the Honorable Melanie Hines, who is trustee, school board member for Westland Community Schools.
Oh,
And so
okay.
she's here with us tonight to share some information.
Okay, great. All right.
Hello, thank you so much for allowing me to come to your meeting today. You guys have some amazing events coming up. So my name is Melanie Hines. I'm with the Wayne West End Board of Education, and I just wanted some of the residents to be aware in Precinct 6 that the Wayne West End Community Schools is having a 2025 bond, and I just wanted to get the information out to the residents. So the nice thing about this ballot is 0 tax increases, none at all. It's just a continuation of the bond that we had. The money that we will raise will actually go to Winter Walker School. We were going to close it, but we're going to keep it open. So the highlights of the 2025 bond will be infrastructure, parking lots, renovations, roof, technology, infrastructure, new Johnson control head and controllers. We're going to be doing parking lots. It's going to have furniture, technology, consistency, and it's going to keep the school safe and warm. The issue with the school in that area, a lot of our children have asthma, and at the time we didn't even have air conditioning for the kids. So it's going to be nice to be able to do those upgrades for the school. Again, 0 tax increases, no taxes to the residents. And then the second thing is I'm the president of the Wayne West End Kiwanis, a club in the surrounding area, so that includes Romulus, Inkster. So we do a lot with literacy. We help kids. We were able to do a food pantry for St. Mary's because they were running out of food. So we put some stuff together to raise some food. So it really helps with literacy. The scary thing is after the COVID, some of the kids can't even read up to 5th grade. They don't even know letters. It's really scary. So literacy is super important. So I definitely like to embrace your community. Again, my name is Melody Hines, Wayne Westland Schools. I have some cards out, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, that was the last written request.
Okay. Any other comments from the audience? Yes.
Good evening, Tony Heimberger. I would like to have the council to do a memorial resolution, and if I could have somebody make that and get it supported, I will talk about it, for Jack Wilson, who was an employee of this city, a past employee. He was a police officer here the first time we had the police officers, and then they got let go, and Wayne County came in, and the police officers came back, and was also custodian here in this building.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support it.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth.
Jack passed away Saturday morning, 6 a.m. He was 79 years old. He was born and raised, graduated high school here in this town. He was a police officer the first time, which Mr. Wadsworth might be able to explain more about that.
I remember him well.
He was also custodian here, and then that's when he left, when they got rid of the custodians here at the city hall and other areas. But there will be no funeral. He was a veteran, and he is being taken to Holly, Michigan to be buried.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for a memorial resolution. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved. Any other comments from the audience? No other comments from the audience? Madam Clerk,
Close that part out.
we'll close that part right on out of there. Thank you.
Number 9 is unfinished business. Number 10 is new business.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr.
If I
Wadsworth.
could, I would just like to remind the public that October is Breast Cancer Aware Month. It's something that most of us have here been touched by, and just think about the ones that couldn't beat it, and the ones that are attempting to beat it, and the ones that are still here and beat it. It's a bad disease, and that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth.
Is there any more new business from council? If not, takes us to number 11, warrant, requesting approval of warrant 25-19.
Through the chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 25-19 in the following amounts. General Fund, $507,003.83. Major Street Fund, $138,004.94. Local Street Fund, $299,724.09. Public Safety Fund, $61,077.98. Cable TV, 7 cents. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $11,173.20. Street Lighting Fund, $56,249.34. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $3,711.50. Oakwood SAD, $67.44. Tax Increment Finance Authority, $181,971.20. Downtown Development Authority, $95,986.79. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $20,754.30. 911 Service Fund, $9,540.11. Law Enforcement Federal, $39,750. Library Fund, $9,351.08. Capital Improvement Bonds, $16,400. Water and Sewer Fund, $1,473,197.89. Motor Vehicle, $158,569.83. Technology Services, $9,083.28. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $136,313.99. Revolving Fund, $33,134.35. Current Tax, $289,907.73. Impressed Payroll Fund, $316,208.93. Totaling all funds, $3,867,181.87.
Support. It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Crop, to pay warrant number 25-19 for $3,867,181.87. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Crop.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Ms. Tally.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 12 is communication.
Communications, well, okay.
You better have that hat on, buddy.
First of all, I'd like to say I'd like to congratulate my niece, great niece. She was the homecoming queen for Romulus Eagles football team. They, like the mayor said, look like I'm kin to everybody. But I'd like to say thank you, niece, and Eagles and the homecoming event. My next thing is go Tigers. I'm still a fan. Season's still early. We're still gonna have a great season. So, go Tigers. Thank you. I mean, Lions. I'm sorry, the reason I said that. Oh, let me clear this up. The reason I said that, the Tigers, they did a good job too, but it was kind of disappointing. We gotta get some more hitting, but we'll be all right. Go Lions.
Yeah, we got it. We know.
All right, Will Hyde. I see you out there. Thank you.
Is there any more communication from council? If not, takes us to number 13, adjournment, and the time is 8:39.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Crowd?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned.